Hey everybody, it's Layla Black here, and I'm coming to you with a training that has literally saved my life time and time again. Now, I've gone through this training before in the past. I've gone through this 7-step process, and the results, it's not only changed my life, but I've actually seen it change the mindset, the state, the physical well-being and mental well-being of many of my students. So pay attention because this is something you're going to want to refer to over and over again. So welcome to the training. Again, Layla Black here. Really, it's interesting because I actually had to go through this 7-step process just recently. And you might be thinking, okay, but you're supposed to be the coach, you're supposed to be the trainer, and you're still going through this process. That's what I really want to stress to you is that this process keeps going. This process is ever evolving and it never ends. You don't just do it once and suddenly you're able to release your past, because there's going to be times when your past is going to creep right back up on you, and you want to have this 7-step process in your tool belt ready to take action. So on this video, you are going to learn exactly how a systematic approach to releasing your past. Releasing your past. Now, we've all been through painful experiences. We've all been through heartache and sorrow. Buddha says we're all given 10,000 joys and 10,000 sorrows. The real key to life is keeping your heart open, keeping it soft, keeping it loose, not allowing the past pains to constrict it. Otherwise, what happens? We start collecting baggage, right? And that baggage has this tight hold on our heart, and suddenly we become closed. Suddenly we become heavy. Suddenly we're not able to move. Suddenly we get stuck. Now, when you think about releasing your negative emotions or releasing your past, we think of it as this big giant battle, where we have to go in, swords are blazing, and there's going to be bloodshed. It's going to be painful. It's going to be hard. It's going to be so, terrible. And that's often why we avoid it altogether and we pretend that it's not there and we live in denial. But it doesn't have to be that way. And with these 7 steps, it's really going to show you how to just let it out and let it evolve, let it move past without causing this, stabbing knife pain to the heart that we expect when we deal with our past. So I'm going to get right into it because I don't want to waste anyone's time, and I want you to have all of these steps right there in front of you, literally, to change your life. So step 1, recall an emotion. So with your eyes closed, recall an emotional experience that's causing discomfort. I want you to see the circumstances and visualize them vividly in your mind. It might be embarrassing. It might be a moment of personal rejection. The feeling could revolve around loss or failure. Don't be general. Don't generalize. Be very specific. You right now in this step are recalling an emotional trigger. So if at any point it becomes uncomfortable or it becomes overwhelming to recall that trigger, just open your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and when you feel less overwhelmed, close your eyes again and proceed. So recall the emotion. Step 2, feel your body. All of our emotions are connected to our sensations. So notice where in your body this emotional memory is lodged. For most people, when they bring up a disturbing emotion, there's a sensation of tightness or stiffness or discomfort or even pain can be felt, in the stomach or around the heart. So for a smaller number of people, the sensation can be felt in the throat or the head. So just locate in your body, really get in tune with your body, close your eyes, pay attention to the feelings in your muscles and locate where the sensation is occurring. And if you don't feel anything, just relax, take a breath, and easily tune into your body. Now, on rare occasions, someone might feel numb, which is a sign of deep emotion that's been tied to fear. But eventually, everybody feels something in the body when you're doing this exercise. So just hone in on where that tightness or that stiffness or that discomfort is coming from. Step 3, label your emotion. Now, give your emotion a name. Is it fear? Is it anger? Is it sadness? Is it resentment? Most people are surprised to find that they haven't really labeled their emotions in the past. I feel bad, or I'm not having a good day, is kind of as far as they get. Be more specific. It allows you to focus on the emotional baggage that you want to release, so you can take the time to tell yourself exactly what you're feeling. This is really important. We don't take the time to tell ourselves exactly how we're feeling, so we generalize or we compartmentalize, or we're feeling this way, so it suddenly makes us angry or certain things. So to help you, these are some common painful emotions that a lot of people carry around: anger, hostility, rage, sadness, grief, sorrow, envy, jealousy, anxiety, fear, worry, apprehension, resentment, humiliation, rejection, or shame. So label your emotion, give it a name. Step 4, experience or express the experience. So take some time, get a piece of paper and a pen, and write down what happened during that experience. So put in detail, how you felt, what the other people did, how you reacted afterwards. Be very detailed. Write it out. And then when you're satisfied with what you've written, that was my kitty. When you're satisfied with what you've written, then take a second piece of paper. And I want you to write it out from the perspective of the other person that was involved. So the other person's point of view. Just pretend that you're them and write down what they were feeling, why they did what they did, and how they responded. It's kind of harder to write down the incident from their point of view than our own, but make sure you stick with it. It's a really important part of freeing yourself from the past. And then the third part of this is to take a third sheet of paper and relate the same incident as a newspaper reporter or in third person. So totally objective. Be an objective observer and describe the incident in question. Give details objectively and even-handedly and see both sides of the story. Step 4, express the experience. So you should have 3 pieces of paper. Step 5, share it. Now you would share your experience by, reading these out or letting someone close to you read them, or getting on a Google Hangout with your Superwomen Alliance or your accountability partner and going through this exercise and letting them know why. Let them know, why you're going through this, why you're doing this, so they understand. Really, really powerful. The emotional freedom is just exhilarating. And of course, we live in a digital age, so it's a perfect opportunity for you to share your experience on camera as well, and be able to impact a lot of people's lives with the process that you're taking to release this negative past. Step number 6, the ritual of release. Now it's time to officially let go of your painful experience. Take these written stories and literally let them go. It's, whatever kind of ritual where you have consigned your past to the universe, God, or whatever higher power you recognize. You should feel free to devise your own ritual. Set your paper on fire and throw the ashes in the wind or the sea. And, some people might burn them on the altar or flush them down the toilet or tear it into little pieces and bury it in the backyard. This ritual, it's important because it draws a line between your past and who you are right now. If you fully express the old emotion, letting go feels so satisfying. But don't try and force the release, and be gentle with yourself. Release what you can today. It's normal and natural if you find yourself doing later releases around the same hurt. Like I said, this is a process, and sometimes we have to come back to it and we have to do it again. Step number 7, final step, final phase, celebrate your release. Now, once you've released your old story to the universe, you gotta celebrate your moment of liberation. You can do this alone or with others, just so long as you appreciate the step you've taken. I find a lot of people skip this step unless they're reminded, because they don't want to make a big big deal or make their emotions a big, hoorah. But in reality, they are a big deal. Emotions can trap and bind you, and they can also set you free and change your future. So I want you to go through these 7 steps. I want you to release a negative emotion today, or a negative moment from your past, and go through these steps and give us some feedback. I know that these steps have changed my life. I know what an impact it's made. And, I know that a lot of our students have, paid a lot of money to learn this stuff. And I couldn't keep it to myself anymore. I had to put it out there for free so that we could make sure that we're changing as many people's lives as possible. Now, of course, if you want to get on the inside of our training, you want to learn more about stepping into your power and releasing all of the baggage and really visualizing and creating your own future, then obviously plug in with Toby and Layla. Plug in with us so that you can get on the inside. You can get into our private team, and we can start going through these processes together, because these steps. Yes, we can teach you how to market on Facebook. Yes, we can teach you how to get leads. Yes, we can teach you how to do incredible emails that will make you money on autopilot. But one of the most powerful things that we can do for you is show you how to change your life. So if you're ready to do that, and you're ready to release the baggage and be the badass that you were meant to be, go to that link right there, 2kadayformula.com, and plug in your information so that we can reach out to you personally. Love ya. Peace out, homies. See you on the flip side.